life is getting pretty unbearable to a point where I don't want to be here. I'm doing my best. Like 2023 has to be the year that I don't cry on camera. Like I gotta stop crying on camera. It's hard to accept that I was brought into this world for no reason. Just rejuvenating myself and coming back to who I am without anybody. I don't know when I'm gonna edit this, upload this. I have no idea. I am in the middle of packing. As you can see, your girl is leaving. And I'm grateful for that, you know, at least I have a roof over my head and I'll be going somewhere. So that's exciting. However, I have basically cut off the entire world. I don't talk to anybody at all whatsoever, but regardless, I still have 2 months of wrapping this crap hole up. And what's interesting is I was watching a video when I was in my car. It was like, one was a homeless video and then the other one was about, hold on, let me pull it up. A 4-year-old, okay, 4-year-old that was dropped off at an empty, locked elementary school. And I saw this video and I was thinking, what are you talking about? I thought everybody's gone through this. Like, are you telling me 4-year-olds haven't gone through this? Now, again, this is me in the mindset of like what my childhood was like, right? And so I commented a little something, and before you know it, like me and this other girl like ping-ponging back, and we're having like this whole discussion. And of course, like I'm being 100% myself, which people for some reason will never get or understand. And I barely said anything. In my mind, I just kind of like, you know, brushed the surface of kind of how I feel and stuff. And there were people like responding back and saying like, thank you for sharing this. Like, I feel the same way. And like, I was just kind of overwhelmed because my story is pretty unique, but at the same time, I know that the same emotions definitely probably go through other people. And so 7 hours ago, okay, I get this comment back. And what's interesting is I normally never see who comments back or, you know, what people think about my comments on videos, but I've been checking my email a lot because I'm not on my phone, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not doing anything that's really, like, I'm just rejuvenating myself and coming back to who I am without anybody. And I think it's something a lot of people can't do, and you don't really know how long it's gonna take until you're in it. And so it's been like quite some time that I've just been kind of in my solitude or whatever. And so regardless of that, I come across this comment and I just can't. So I'm gonna read it. Earlier I was like getting teared up, but again, I'm doing my best. Like 2023 has to be the year that I don't cry on camera. Like I gotta stop crying on camera. Anyway, so it says, wow, girl, thank you for sharing. I'm in the same boat and it feels lonely sometimes. 2023. Okay. Like you, I cut my mother out of my life, but unlike you, my father won't see me now unless I rekindle my relationship with my mother. He cares more about her feelings than mine. I never felt loved, but I somehow always held out hope that my feelings were misguided or that I was wrong about my father, at least. His emotional blackmail for the sake of my mother was the nail in the coffin for me. It's hard to accept that I was brought into this world for no reason and that I now live in a vacuum without a family. Thank you for reminding me I'm not the only one going through this. And it just touched me because it's just interesting how people can have a similar story without it being the exact same story, right? But the perspective is almost so potently, I don't know, synchronized in a way. But what happened was I realized that I also have experienced the emotional blackmail that she's talking about. I just didn't realize that that was kind of a perspective you could see it in. I saw it more so like, why does everyone have to put so much on me? Why am I the one that has to stay strong for everyone else? Why am I the glue that keeps things together? Why am I the person that has to fight for what they want, right? Why am I the person that has to fight to be themselves, right? Like, why am I the person that has to go through like extraordinary lengths to express themselves? Because it's literally as if the entire world has me completely misunderstood and misguided. It's interesting. And so just sharing a story, something so small. I know it's like minute, and it's like, oh my God, she over there telling all her business in a YouTube thread. You know, I get it, but like this is kind of what I do, and I do it for a reason because there's so much that people can learn from stories. That's what kept me going as a kid, was reading. I was a huge bookworm to the point where I got in trouble for it at least twice. The second time was really bad. It was really bad. Let's say the cops were called. Let's not even get into that story. Anyways, I now live in a vacuum without a family. And that's another thing. There's a lot of people coming into this world for no reason. And there's a lot of people coming into this world for selfish reasons. Really, really despicably selfish. Damn near demonic, right? And I just don't think people realize what that does to somebody, for a long time. After a while, it gets to a point where you're just like, I can't trust anyone. As much as I want to, everything I've been fed tells me I have to protect myself. And that means I cannot trust you. And it's a really interesting and a hard battle that you have to go through, especially as a child with abandonment wounds, issues, triples into your adulthood. It's so insidious and dark. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because, man, that sucks. And I've been to the same. But anyways, I'm going to get back to packing and getting things organized and ready to go. Don't know when I'll be back full time, but at least I'm still alive. Is that not insane? I think it is. I mean, I wasn't expecting to still be alive, Life is getting pretty unbearable to a point where I don't want to be here, but we still push. And it's time to meditate. I think that's one thing getting me through is meditation. Please, let me know if you meditate down below. I'm out. Again, if you're somebody with abandonment wounds, issues, you don't talk to your family, I don't know. It could be anything, right? Just know you're not alone. No, you're not alone, man. I mean, damn. I literally was like, girl. Don't even get me started. It's one of those. Don't even get me started. Anyways, I need to get this started. This place is a mess. Look at that. It's bye, y'all.